Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Fitzroy Indiola.
Patriot Defreitas.
Alright. And where are you originally from?
From a beautiful small village of Redemption Shops.
And where is this?
Just above Kingston Park.
I mean, where in the Caribbean this is?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Okay, I see. So tell us a bit about your upbringing.
A bit of my upbringing. I was always a sportive young man. Always playing cricket in the road. Always getting in trouble, unfortunately. But my background, it was mostly into athletics. I didn't start cricket quite until quite older. I went to the St. Vincent Boys Grammar School, where I was always into track and field or cricket. Those were my two main sports, and my coach used to always push me. Michael Mercy, we call him Mercy from back home. Michael Oliver, everyone knows him. Really good coach. Then I moved on to the community college, where I got my studies, sports science. At age 22, I chose the brilliant decision of joining the armed forces. Currently, I've done 6 years in the armed forces. So okay. Yeah.
So how many siblings are you?
I'm the oldest of 11.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad, he didn't sleep at night.
all right. I see. So tell us, how did you know about the army?
So originally, when I first joined up, was thinking to join up, I originally went for the Navy. It's a funny story. I did my Navy test back home, passed, but I had already sent the application for the Army. And then the same week, the Army called me and said, can you come to do your assessment? And then I went with the Army because it was way quicker. Basically, I originally joined up for the Navy. I did an application. They came, they did the test in St. Vincent and Grenadines. I passed, but I had already sent an application for the Army about 4 months ago. And then they basically said, okay, we want you to come and do your assessment. I said, you know what, this is faster. I need to get into the forces, and I went to the Army. Did that, passed my test, everything, flying colors. I've now served 6 years. I promoted in my 5th year to Lance Corporal, so now I'm Lance Corporal. My experiences, I've been to Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, Falkland Islands, and now we just been to Estonia, which was I really enjoyed it. Bit cold, but it was fun.
How did you find basic training?
Basic training was a shell shock for me. Getting up early, I was used to get up early in mornings, but when it's like lessons throughout the day, you're getting up at 5 o'clock and it's just lessons, you get really tired. Going into the field, my first experience is really fun, but very challenging. I always up for challenges. So all in all, I found basic training tough, but it had to be tough because that was its purpose, to get me to a professional level as a soldier.
So are you a God-fearing person?
Somewhat, yes I am.
The reason I ask is, you joining the Army, firing a rifle. What came to your mind? Training with the rifle and stuff like that.
I try not to think of that so much, because it's just in case, you're there to protect and serve, and you've been conditioned during basic training. Yeah, this is what you potentially could be doing. You might potentially be fighting.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So what was your initial thoughts after introduction to the rifle?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Never fired a weapon before, so I was like, yeah, let me shoot some rounds down the range, So I did enjoy that aspect of it, down the range as possible, and see if I can actually hit a target. And I was a really good shot, especially struggled at like 400 meters, but after that, I was just hitting the target.
How did you felt on your passing of parade?
So I just wanted to get out as fast as possible. I had a miserable 14 weeks, and the sense of pride that he accomplished this, and a lot of people, I can remember it was about 30 of us that went to training together, and only about 22 actually finished training. Many people got injured. Many people say they couldn't do it. They got back squatted. Just quit. Some people just quit after the first 2 weeks because it was just such a shell shock. But after that, I was fine. I felt really proud of myself, and my family were really proud of me.
You did your initial exam back home?
So no, so that was, I did my assessment.
Back home?
No, I did my assessment in Winchester.
Okay.
Yeah. I did the assessment for the Navy, but instead of going for the Navy, I went for the Army.
What would you say to anyone who so wishes to join any section of the armed forces, whether they are Navy or
So I would always say to them, go for it. It is definitely something different, and if you like challenge and you like being fit and you like traveling, you might go to some places that you never thought of going. You know, as I said, I've been to Falkland Islands, saw penguins, so you know, that kind of experience, that's a once in a lifetime experience. Did my assessment with the Navy, but instead of going for the Navy, I went for the Army because to start it would be a better challenge for me. And when you hear Army, you just feel, yeah, that's a big boy going through. So I went that way.
Your family and friends, they're very, very proud of you.
Definitely, I always constantly hear it.
You're planning on doing your full 22 years?
No, I wouldn't say I've not considered it, but probably not. The pension wise, I'm looking at better pension, etc. So maybe not, I probably would not be doing the 22 years because the old pension the Army had in place was much more better. Now it's not as good. So going out in CV Street and probably getting a better pension is ideal if you're looking for the future, but you never know, life is short. So I always say live life now and think about it later. Yeah.
Thanks for your service, not only to this country but to every country that you visited, and you have rendered your service too. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers.